Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. I hope you're doing well, inshallah. So lately I've been getting a lot of feedback, both positive and negative, and a lot of the criticisms are valid, and a lot of the criticisms have also been leveled at who I engage with at Speaker's Corner and who I platform at Speaker's Corner. And I thought I'd create this video to kind of show you guys the way things can easily be taken out of context online, and how clipping certain videos at certain points, or brothers with cameras coming in at certain points, doesn't always paint the full context of a discussion. The environment in Speaker's Corner is very fluid, very chaotic, and it's very hard to control the narrative and to come across as you want to, because there's people ambushing you, there's people who have cameras that you don't recognize, and it's all over the place, right? It's a very hostile, horrible environment. So I thought it'd be good to create this video because I have been getting a lot of criticism for engaging with certain people there, and I thought it was important to paint the context and show that things can often easily be misrepresented online. The other thing is, sadly, a lot of the conversations in Speaker's Corner show a bias, because there's hundreds of conversations, almost thousands of conversations, hundreds of conversations I've been involved in Speaker's Corner, which are building bridges between different communities, trying to hear their perspectives, see their side of things, and try and build things in common ground with those individuals, as the Quran instructs us to do. But of course, a lot of those conversations aren't recorded, and often conversations that are recorded out of necessity from our brothers in the Speaker's Corner, because the missionaries or other groups without good intentions come and ambush speakers in Speaker's Corner, and therefore often the recordings have to be done out of a defensive mechanism, where the brothers with cameras and with the microphones put the cameras and the microphones on us in order to provide the other side of the story when one of the brothers is being ambushed in Speaker's Corner. So I thought this is a great example of a video to talk through this, where I'm trying to build bridges and that conversation isn't being recorded, because so many conversations in Speaker's Corner are conversations between people and communities that are building bridges, and whilst I'm building that bridge between two communities with the other individual, a hostile member comes with cameras, and because it was an ambush, the only side the Muslims get to see is further down the line, and then that paints myself in a very different light, because as you can see, it was very obvious I was trying to escape the conversation, whereas when the recording happens from the Muslim side, it looks like I'm engaging with this person, willingly giving him a platform. So I thought this was a great video to kind of demonstrate that, and also to demonstrate that I am someone who looks to build bridges. I understand the concerns of different communities, and I'm willing to talk to them and build those bridges to help. So yeah, I thought without further ado, we'll go to the video.
They look at it at a way earlier point in history, so when they look at the Anglo-Saxons, bro, he's got a mic. If it was MI6, he would have covered it up.
They don't want to keep track of, and the way that you are seeing Asians and black people mixing with your version of English. So, like, how did they see the Anglo-Saxons? So for them, they're concerned about their area, right, and their country, and the groups that they have present in Germany today. When they look at the Anglo-Saxons, that's something that's further in the future. That wasn't something that they wanted to keep track of. Right. And you're kind of doing the same thing when groups are mixing today in England. You're saying this is something that, you know, I don't want to have in this country. I don't want to keep keeping.
No, I don't. And
do you see how that's how the Germans think of the Anglo-Saxons?
To my understanding,
because the Angles and the Saxons were two groups.
To my understanding, we're talking about World War II Germany, right?
No, I'm talking about German culture in general. Like the way English people talk about the Anglo-Saxons, and that's like what Englishness is.
Yeah.
to the Germans.
There is more.
I think the argument.
No one asked you for your opinion, bro.
Well, okay, but you spent like an hour 2 weeks ago talking about me. So.
Yeah, I was talking about how far right you are.
So I'm far right. Okay, we can have that discussion in one moment. So I could even defend.
He's an extremist.
Yeah, he's an
Yeah, he believes that my
He's
civic
not gonna like
nationalist.
me.
No, I know.
Yeah, because he thinks I'm weak.
I'm willing to engage with you.
Why are you not willing to engage
I'm
with
willing
me?
to engage with
We
you.
were having a discussion.
My friend, I've been ever since he spent like an hour just trying to defame me. I've really wanted to engage with him.
involved with any of that.
Yeah, no, I'm
But Tay, my
we're having a good
recommendation
discussion.
to you would then
discussion
finally
here.
engage with the accusations that you gave to someone else.
No one invited you into this.
And I didn't invite you to speak about my character behind my back, but unfortunately, this is a non-consensual relationship. So the argument about Germany and England is just going to be...
I'm not like turning point. No.
Yeah, so yeah,
Okay, that doesn't matter. Unfortunately, you're not associated with me, but you have the liberty of talking about me behind my back.
You kind of come in and like mess with the conversation.
Yeah, unfortunately, I did so because we're talking to a man who is not in good faith.
He seems to be arguing with me in good faith. So.
Yeah, but that's commonly...
And I say that as a man who's probably more
and that's
far right than you.
And that's commonly the trope of individuals who are successful at Speaker's Corner. Although they originally come off as quite nice, they slowly either break down or are quite sly with their tactics.
Judge a character and maybe, like...
Yeah, and that could be the case, and then unfortunately then God will take that into account on Judgment Day. But right now, let's look at the facts. You spent 2 hours, right? You spent 2 hours, Tay. I will. So you spent 2 hours talking about me. Do you want to defend those claims?
If you want to do this for your camera,
Sorry, I'm in the way.
So Tay, do you want to... So Tay, do you want to actually be a man like Islam teaches you to be? So Tay, the reason why right now I'm following you is to make it very clear that you're not principled. You're an Islamic jahil coward who can't actually engage publicly in a
I just want to
discussion.
mention that the individual following me right now, he retweeted.
Yep.
What's his name? Paul Joseph Watson.
Yes.
Is that the right name?
Yes.
The guy who calls people N-words, the guy who calls people P-words. It was exposed.
Wait, so that
on
therefore-
audio, and you feel like it's right to.
So
platform such
you
an
think
individual
that
when
you think
when
that
Christian
platforming
your
people?
Christian following
Yeah, okay.
has a lot of black people in it, has a lot of Asian people in it, and you are retweeting someone.
You publicly support Mohammed Hijab.
That the whole protest that kicked off with Epping Hotel,
Yep.
the immigrant who did that was a Christian and was claiming his
No,
Christianity
I'm actually
as
aware
a
of that, and I've
deflection.
said that.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
because
And you said deport them also. I want you to be
Yes.
clear that
I'll
any black
deport-
Christian, any black
yeah.
Christian that commits a crime, you want to deport them, right?
Yes.
Does that include your buddy David, who's been arrested? And
no,
if he gets
he
charged
wasn't
with a crime-
arrested.
if
He was
gets charged